All of you, bring me your leaders and throw them down. You will rule with me in the splendor of a new wasteland.
Welcome back to the Final Pop. My name is Alvin Ramirez.
And I'm Juan Jimenez, and we just came back from watching Furiosa, a Mad Max saga.
This movie is a prequel to its 2015 counterpart, Mad Max Fury Road. We get the origin story of Furiosa, starting from her childhood, things she went through, to the now badass character we know today.
Now, right off the bat, we do have to say that we have never seen any of the previous movies. We have heard of them before. We know there's some from the 1980s, but we never gave them a chance. So after watching this movie, we're definitely intrigued for sure.
Absolutely. So let us know in the comments if you think we should watch the other movies, and if so, which ones. So today, we're going to be reviewing this movie as general audience, as in someone who just walked into a theater, bought a ticket, sat down with no previous knowledge or context to what a Mad Max world looks like. So without knowing anything about the movie, what were your assumptions before watching it?
Honestly, I always thought this movie was about bikers and metal rock fans, which is why I avoided watching it for so long. I'd seen references to Mad Max movies over the years, but all I knew was that it involved people flying on top of cars and motorcycles, often with someone playing an electric guitar on one of the vehicles.
That's right.
I had no idea it was set on a dystopian future with small colonies struggling to survive and trading with others.
Yeah.
Which, talking about colonies, the set designs for the colonies were amazing.
Absolutely.
The production value was great. What do you think of the production value for this movie?
I think they put a lot of effort into making this world look realistically apocalyptic. They didn't have much to work with since it is mostly a desert, but where they shined was in their locations. The Citadel, Gastown, Bullet Farm. Again, not much to work with, but they made these places look sick with just using scraps. Oh, and the people as well. I mean, there's so much creativity when it comes to the wastelands, you know, how it affected people. You see how some of them have like defects. Some of them have all white and they're willing to die for their leaders. And even the Raiders, it just felt like all these extras weren't wasted at all, which just made this world look even more real.
Yeah, no, I do have to agree. The extras were like spot on for this movie. But let's go to the main characters for now.
Okay.
We have Anya Taylor-Joy as Furiosa, Chris Hemsworth as Dr. Dementis, and Tom Burke as Immortus Joe. All did amazing, but I do have to give credit to Chris Hemsworth because the way he portrays himself as the antagonist of this movie is a little bit off-putting. First of all, his voice is very different from his normal British accent that we're all used to. His appearance as well, I didn't even recognize him for a second with that nose job they gave him.
Oh my God, yeah.
And he had a very creative dialogue too, almost vulgar in a way.
That's true. I mean, he does have a way with words. That's probably why he's the leader.
Yeah.
But someone who didn't speak that much has to be Anya. Halfway through the movie, she barely spoke.
That's right.
But once she did, it was actually something worth listening to. Her story is very tragic. We won't try to spoil as much, but something about her that I respect is that she always went back to the people that she cared about. It happened in the beginning and again in the end. But what's your favorite part about this movie?
Mine would probably have to be the ending or lack of, because the narrator asked a very important question, which is what death will suffice her broken soul? And in a way, they did give us multiple deaths, but the real ending we got is more of a sinister and brutal. Yeah. And going back to symbolism, the tree, the fruit being picked is the same scene we get from the very beginning.
That's right.
And it kind of makes almost like a full circle. Very, very good storytelling for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, what an ending. It almost does play with our minds a little bit. I enjoyed the story from start to finish. The pacing was decent, some slow parts here and there, but it does pick up. I like the world we got. Visuals were great. Even the jokes. Rictus Erectus, Scrotus. Great banter. I think we are ready to give our ratings.
All right.
So, what's your final pop score for Furiosa?
I like this movie a lot. It had an amazing production. The cast was great, including the extras. The visuals were spot on. I'm going to give this movie a solid score of 92%.
Damn, okay.
And mainly because I haven't seen the rest of the movies, but as a general audience, I have to give it that score.
Okay, fair enough.
What is your final score?
I like this movie as well. I do have a lower score because, again, we never saw any of the other movies. But I just think we kind of did miss out on some Easter eggs or any of the deeper meanings in the Mad Max world. But I did like what we got. So for me, I have to score it at 86%.
All right. 86.
There you go.
It's not bad. Now, 86% and 90%, the final pop score for this movie is 89%.
Wow.
Yeah. So there you guys go. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. And don't forget to visit thefinalpop.com where you can rate this movie as well.
And make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at The Final Pop. Thank you guys for watching and stay entertained.